Their paths crossed in the bustling corridors of Maplewood High, two souls seeking solace in the midst of chaos. Elena, a literature teacher, with a heart as deep as the classics she taught, found comfort in the written word. Her world was one of sonnets and symbolism, of narratives that unfolded like ancient prophecies. Maya, an astrophysicist, navigated the grand expanse of the cosmos. Her solace lay in the intricate dance of galaxies, the silent symphony of celestial bodies. Yet fate had a whimsical plan, a twist of cosmic irony that drew these two distant stars together. One evening, as the last rays of sunlight painted the sky in hues of orange and purple, Elena found herself drawn to the school's observatory. A sudden, inexplicable urge led her up the spiral staircase, a place she had never ventured before. At the top, the vastness of the night sky greeted her, a canvas studded with 1,000,000 diamond-like stars. In the center stood Maya, her silhouette outlined against the celestial tapestry, a telescope in hand. Their eyes met, and in that instant, a spark ignited, a recognition that transcended the boundaries of their different worlds. As weeks turned into months, stolen glances became shared smiles. Shy waves across crowded hallways evolved into deep conversations under the star-strewn sky. Elena found herself yearning for those moments, the way Maya's eyes twinkled as she spoke of quasars or nebulae, the gentle touch of her fingers when they brushed against each other while adjusting the telescope. One night, after a particularly intense meteor shower, they found themselves alone in the observatory. The silence wasn't awkward, but comfortable, filled with the unspoken emotions that had been swirling between them since their chance meeting. "Do you ever feel," Maya began, her voice soft, as if afraid to break the spell, "like there's something more, something beyond the lessons and the research?" Elena turned to her, her heart echoing Maya's unspoken words. "More than what?" Maya asked, her eyes searching Elena's the starlight reflected in their depths. "More than this," Elena whispered, stepping closer, her hand reaching out to cup Maya's face. "More than us." The admission was like a whispered prayer, a plea for understanding, for acceptance. Suddenly, the vastness of the universe shrunk to the confines of the observatory, their breaths mingling in the silent expanse. Before either could speak, a piercing whistle shattered the quiet. Startled, they pulled away, their moment broken by the intrusion. Outside, the night sky, once their sanctuary, now mocked them with its silent grandeur. In the days that followed, their interactions shifted, becoming polite but distant. Stolen smiles were replaced by professional nods. The observatory, once their haven, now stood between them, a silent witness to their unspoken feelings. Elena found solace in the pages of her well-worn books, each word a shield against the turmoil within. Maya sought refuge in the cold precision of data analysis. The stark numbers, a distraction from the emotional maelstrom brewing within her. Then came the night of the astronomy club's annual star party. The schoolyard was transformed into an open-air classroom with telescopes aimed at the heavens. Among the students, Elena spotted Maya, her back ramrod straight, her gaze fixed on the intricate workings of a telescope. Elena approached her, her heart pounding like a drum solo in the orchestra of the night. "Hi," she said quietly, hoping her voice wouldn't betray the turmoil within. Maya turned, her face betraying none of the turmoil. Elena knew they both harbored. "Elena, hi," she replied, her voice as composed as her posture. The night wore on the celestial show above a stark contrast to the internal struggles below. Elena, unable to bear the tension any longer, excused herself to the restroom. As she splashed water on her face, she looked at her reflection, her eyes mirroring the confusion in her heart. She loved Maya, not just as a friend, but with a depth that frightened and exhilarated her in equal measure. But how could she possibly express that amidst the star-studded canvas overhead? Back in the schoolyard, Maya found herself equally conflicted. Every stolen glance, every shared smile was a torment and a delight. She grappled with her feelings, unsure how to reconcile her emotions with the societal norms she had always adhered to. The thought of losing Elena, of shattering the fragile balance they had built, was a chilling prospect. As dawn painted the sky with the soft hues of a new day, Elena and Maya found themselves back at the observatory. It was their sanctuary, the place where their feelings had first taken flight, where the vastness of the cosmos mirrored the immensity of their emotions. Neither spoke, but the unspoken hung heavy between them, a tangible presence woven into the fabric of the night. Suddenly, a shooting star streaked across the sky, leaving a luminous trail in its wake. It was a spectacle of fleeting beauty, a reminder of the transient nature of existence. Elena turned to Maya, her eyes shining with unshed tears. "Do you believe in shooting stars?" she asked softly. Maya met her gaze, her own eyes glistening in the faint light. "Not as celestial wanderers," she replied, her voice barely a whisper, "but as fallen fragments of something greater, remnants of a more profound truth." They stood there, enveloped in the silence of the pre-dawn hours, until the first rays of sunlight peeked over the horizon. As the sky began to lighten, Elena took a deep breath, gathering her courage. "I love you, Maya," she whispered, the words tumbling out in a rush. "I have for a long time." Maya's response was immediate and heartfelt. "I love you too, Elena. I've loved you since the moment I saw you standing in front of that telescope." Tears welled up in Elena's eyes as she reached out to cup Maya's face. In that instant, the observatory walls seemed to fade away, replaced by the infinite expanse of their love. Their love story didn't have a dramatic backdrop. There was no single moment that could be pointed to as the beginning. It was a slow burn, a gradual realization that had culminated in this quiet, heartfelt confession. The fear of societal judgment, of the whispers that would inevitably follow, receded in the face of their love. In the coming weeks, Elena and Maya navigated their feelings, finding strength in their shared love for each other and for their work. The observatory, once a place of longing, became a symbol of their unity, a testament to the love that had blossomed under the silent gaze of the stars. Their love story was a quiet revolution, a subtle shift in the narrative. It was a reminder that love, in its quietest corners, can be the loudest truth of all.